welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League. Defending Super Bowl champion, Philadelphia Eagles.
Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. Monday Night Primetime is underway. Here's Avery Williams on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by the newly minted Super Bowl champion, now in his 6th season, Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into these short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Dotson. And they make the tackle at the 38. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for an Eagles.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They go play fake with Hurts. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I like that right there, Kate. Early in this game, show your cards. Double this guy. They know his ability, his reputation makes somebody else beat you.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Hurts now from the gun. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go. And let that pass rush get home.
Six DBs out there for the Ravens. 3rd down coming up. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Kate, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time, the plant was closed.
Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. So here now are the Ravens on offense to begin their first drive. And they're brought out by someone who is the modern example of an elite running quarterback, the multiple-time MVP, Lamar Jackson.
A decade plus before Lamar, it was a guy named Michael Vick who was the standard for dual-threat quarterbacks. Well, today, that standard's Lamar Jackson, who at his best is an MVP-caliber player, the most exciting player, not just in his position, but in all of football. And don't let that running overshadow the strides he's made as a passer, too, in the pocket and as a franchise quarterback to build upon.
They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Coming off that carry, I'd go right back to him. Not a hotter hand on the field right now. Get that man the rock.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that was an incredible effort just to make it back to the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
One of the tight ends in motion left. Jackson, quick pass wide.
Jackson's pass complete to Zay Flowers. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
And the Birds bring out the nickel look. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, Jackson. Has his man cut by Andrews. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
A gain of 27 on the play. 1st down, Ravens.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Caught just shy of the goal line. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Jackson keeping it himself. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Running back, motioning right. Now Jackson on 3rd down. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to get them on the scoreboard.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
The Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. Juke the defender. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. They'll cobble together a yard there. Chopping that play, Trenton Simpson.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. taken down after reaching the 30. Tackled on the play by Marlon Humphrey.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 7.
The Ravens going to the dime package on this 3rd down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pass complete to Goddard. And finally, they're able to stop this play from getting any more yards.
It's a gain of 21 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
2nd and 3 now. From the 41. He keeps it and takes off. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that 1st down.
It's a gain of 21 yards.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Was Devontae Smith the intended receiver? So it's 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd down and
I'm not
10.
sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moments. He's at the 1. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
For another Eagles. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Barkley does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on 2nd and goal. Throwing with a blitz on the way. The back grabs it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles pull ahead 6-3 in the 1st. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So the offense showing a slightly different dimension there, Brock. Getting the running back involved with his hands for the touchdown.
Yeah, such an advantage. I think when you think about it, Kate, it really is about the 80s where we start to see these running backs not just tote the ball as runners, but be real weapons when they get the ball in the passing game.
Yeah.
That's well done.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles take a 4-point lead.
The score, Eagles 7, Ravens 3. Jake Elliott.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Takes out a 1-stop. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now we'll get set to see the Baltimore offense for the 2nd time. And the last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. On first down, Jackson. Connects on the crosser. And progress finally halted after he picks up a chunk.
Zay Flowers. A gain of 18 on the play. And a Raven first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 7-3 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Lamar off the play fake. Stepping up, and he's going to run.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. It's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. From the 31. Complete Derrick Henry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Short pass brought in. Small gain down to the 23. Jacoby Dean in on the tackle.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Jackson now on 3rd. He's running for it. Now hit, and Jackson loses the ball. And the Eagles get to it. And deep in their own territory, they're going to take possession now after the fumble.
Hey, I get it, Kate. 3rd down, you're doing all you can to try to stay on the field. But unfortunately, poor ball security loosens his hold on it, and the defense knocks it free. Instead of facing 4th down, even better, that defense is off the field completely.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 21. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Hurts setting up to throw. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
First down throwing for Hurts. The throw right side, caught by Goddard. And they get to him a good ways downfield from that line of scrimmage.
16 more yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Hurts on first down. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They give to Barkley, left side. And they make the stop, we're going to say about the 37-yard line. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Going to the ground again on first. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And downfield, and Goddard has it. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it first and goal from the 8.
That's good for another Eagles. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
First down from the red zone. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Okay, you get down to this tight red zone, and there's only so many pass plays you can run, largely because you don't have enough space to operate. Defense knows it too. Give those guys some credit. They were all over that one.
So the incompletion on first. Here's second and goal. Hurts now from the gun. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles grow their lead off the turnover. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles drive their lead to 11.
14, Ravens 3.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This return starts at the 5. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now Baltimore returning its offense to the field of play. It's a 14-3 ball game as they take over following the score. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with Henry. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. They'll send their tight end right. 2nd and 13. Likely's got it right side. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. They put Flowers in motion right. Throw on 3rd down. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And he will be stopped now, but not to like about that effort.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Ravens.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Here's Henry running left. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. The Ravens trailing on the scoreboard. On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Another run for Henry. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And he won't be able to take it all the way. Got close, though. Out of bounds just shy of that 10-yard line. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Give them a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Changing it up here, Jackson. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Lamar now from the gun. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
Now a field goal try coming up by the Ravens. This is going to be a 31-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Here comes Williams on the return. Escapes a defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. And we're down inside a minute to play in the half, but that's enough time to get a drive together. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That's Dotson with a catch out right. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. As an offense, I get a completion. I get a win. As a defense, I keep everything in front of me. I make the tackle for a short gain. I get a win, too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing here, Hurts. It's a screen to Barkley. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First down, ball at the 36. Back to throw, Hurts. Called in by Goddard, left side. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Second and 6 coming up here. Hurts throwing again. Dumps it off to his running back. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
For an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. It's Hurts once again. Finds Barkley underneath. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second and 6 coming up here. Hurts yet again. He takes it himself. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that first down. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's another Eagles first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So we have a 1-score game here at the break. Now it's time for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Scott Hansen, take it away.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the 3rd quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
As always, a hat tip to our buddy Scott Hansen for his hard work there during the break. As we're happy to welcome you all back for the start of our third quarter.
Jake
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. The Ravens and Derrick Henry making their way back out on offense. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Second and 9 at the 31-yard line.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Flying down the middle with Henry. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Finds him on the crossing route. He will not get any further, but plenty of progress already.
A 28-yard gain. And a Raven first down.
This is one of those times, Kate, where I got to put my glasses on up in the booth and realize the line between receiver and tight end is so easily blurred. Why? Because this guy can run. He showed it before the catch with a great route, and he showed it even more so with the yards after catch.
Good running here. He's across the 15. And he's finally taken down at the 3. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal. Henry will not challenge for the end zone. He loses a bunch here.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 6 after that last play. Here's second and goal. Man in motion out of the slot. Lamar off the play fake. Low right side is caught by Hopkins. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, they didn't give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Jackson has it, third and goal. He'll set up the screen for Henry. And this is going to end behind a line. A great stop down in close. Let's see if they want to risk it now on fourth and goal.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the third down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
So for the third time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that gets them back within 5.
Like the best kickers in this league, he's just keeping on with his job. That's a third now. He's knocked through the uprights. 3 at a time's not going to get it done in this game, though. Eventually, they got to start running them out for some PATs.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. Set to return it. Here's Will Shipley. Jukes one defender. This makes it up to the 25. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Complete out to the right. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. He'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 7-yard gain. And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Most of the people watching will forget about that play in a couple minutes, but the coaches won't forget. He has that filed away the next time he really needs to pick up a few yards.
On 1st down, Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Running back sent in motion. From the 46. Throwing the out route complete. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They're set up at the 35 now. First down throwing from Hurts. Completed over the middle. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot to give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. And again, here's Hurts. He's keeping it. And Hurts gives himself up after getting that 1st down.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
From the red zone now. Oh, he's going for it again. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And this one doesn't go far.
A.J. Brown. It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Philadelphia! The Eagles hold an 11-point advantage. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Bronk. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles push the lead up to 12. All right, thanks so much, Scott. We are back and about set to begin our second half. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. And this drive will start inside the 25. We see the Ravens making their way out now. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw in their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. Keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Escapes the pocket. Calls his own number again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Baltimore.
Ball at the 33 for first down. So just 1 quarter to go on Monday Night Primetime. It's the Ravens' ball. They come in trailing, but that lead is within reach. Ball at the 33 for first down. Lamar's going to keep this one. He's caught just as he crossed the line of scrimmage. Might have picked up a yard. It's going to be 2nd down.
It's just a nice little tester for the defense to gauge how well it can account for the quarterback when he decides to run it.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Lamar out of the pistol. Fits it through the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Slot man motioned over. First down, here's Lamar. This is Cox going right back to Andrews. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end, because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Throwing now on first down, it's Jackson. A quick throw is swatted away, incomplete.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Receiver in motion, headed right. Lamar throwing again. Finds him over the middle. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First down, Baltimore.
Move the chains. Got to move them chains. Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Couldn't find a completion on 1st down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Sidney Brown on the coverage.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Jackson's going to throw again. We've got a screen to the running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Jackson yet again. And oh, he got it! Interception! Cooper the Gene in to pick it up.
You knew it before this drive started, the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. They're up by 2 scores, Brock, but we've got some time left, so they still need to mount a drive here. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. I'll start this one out with Barkley. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Hurts now from the gun. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, I can say this definitively. That is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
A gain of 10 yards. And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st down, on with Barkley. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, Kate. Defense, ball in his hands.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They go to Barkley again. Hop on the line here on 2nd down, which is only going to make things tougher for this 3rd down coming up.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Now Hurts on 3rd and long. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Barkley trying this up the gut. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
Another Eagles.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. They managed 3 yards on the tote. It'll bring up second down.
A modest gain on the counter. A good recovery there from the front seven, Kate. They bought the fake initially, but adjusted just in time to limit the damage headed the other direction.
From the 22 on second down. A throw left side, caught by Brown. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles have likely locked up the win right there. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Well, Brock, you found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open space, he sees the green grass, and he finishes it off with 6.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles go up by 19.
28, Ravens 9.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Starting from the 5. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now the Ravens all set for another possession. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they take a repeat of everything except that final play. From the gun, run for Henry. And he'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Lamar now from the gun. He's going to tuck it and run. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Oh, he's keeping it again. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Well, this is in every quarterback's tool belt. Even the ones not regarded as the best movers and shakers. But, Kate, play QB in the league today, you've got to be able to do this. If you've got nobody open, still get some positive yards with your legs.
Blitz coming, Lamar. Taking off with it again. And he has them a first down, which they will tackle on the other side of this 2-minute warning. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. First and 10, he keeps it on the option. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be second down.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Hits him on the out route. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the first. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Give to Henry on the inside handoff. Give him 5 on that play as he gets him inside the red zone.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. From the gun, Jackson. He tucks it and takes off. And he's going to be stopped after a pickup of 9, and that's going to make it 1st and goal. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henry. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
8 yards to go as they get set on 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Ravens get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown.
Kate, we know you can do it in different ways in today's NFL at quarterback. Some with their brains and their processing, that anticipation and accuracy. Some could do it with their improv skills to create a play when everything breaks down, and he just put on a show.
That is Tyler Luke, now on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Ravens shave some of the lead. It's down now to 12.
Ravens 16.
So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Even with that kick, there wasn't much chance of pulling off the comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I'd say this one officially over and done with.
They went out taking every chance they could, right? Swinging as much as possible, but you just can't have this big a deficit this late in the game. Pete Carroll likes to say, can you win a game in the 1st quarter, the 2nd quarter, 3rd quarter? Nope. You win it when it matters in this league, and that's finishing in the 4th.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. With the win in hands, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's an Eagles win here in this one. Well, partner, we could see they had high hopes when they entered the stadium earlier today, hoping to pull the road victory off. We know, though, it can be so tough to win on the road, and there's some dejected faces as they leave this football field.
Never enjoyed these flights home. Going to be a long, silent one as they try to figure out what went wrong, ruminate on the outcome of this game. You never like taking one on the chin, ever, 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 and heading home just gives them all some extra time to think about what went wrong.
Glad I'm not going to be on that flight.